What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Life Unlimited Coaching Channel or Live Day Friday, wherever you are watching this. I'm trying something new today, so I'm kind of excited to give this a shot. I wanted to come on here. If you're watching this from anywhere other than the Facebook group, just comment below because we definitely want you in there. And so just comment below. We'll give you the link to the Facebook group so that you can jump in every week. We do weekly challenges. We do monthly master classes. We share recipes, workouts, client testimonials, all that stuff. So if you're not in the Facebook group, make sure you comment below. I'll make sure to send you the link. Otherwise, welcome. I wanted to talk about what the value of coaching truly is. So I made a post on my personal page, like a written post. So if that's more your style, you can just stop listening right now and you can go read it. But I wanted to elaborate on it a little bit because we were talking amongst other coaches. Other coaches that do the same thing I do. We chat every once in a while just about how things are going with our clients and everything. And one coach in particular brought up how he wants his clients to stay long-term, right? And another coach would rather her people graduate. Like she wants them to finish out the year or 6 months and just like move on, right? They should feel empowered enough to move on. And when I was thinking about it, I think there's value in both. And I think what it comes down to is how the person who jumps into coaching perceives what they're actually getting out of coaching. Because I think the why you jump into coaching changes once you jump in, regardless, because you start to recognize that, yeah, you may have jumped in because you wanted to lose weight. But sometimes you jump in and then you're like, oh no, I'm losing weight, but I also just need to learn. I need to change who I am, right? And that's kind of what I've tried to hammer home a lot of times is you're trying to change your identity as a person. Good morning, Michelle. Thanks for tuning in. You're trying to change who you are as a person because most of the people that come to us, they may have kind of some sort of a workout routine put together but oftentimes they are starting where they have never done anything before, or they're just learning what true nutrition and true health is supposed to look like because they've done other diets in the past. And so when they jump in, they really have to change their perception of what they're doing because it needs to change from being outcome focused to process focused, and the who and the how more than the what they're trying to achieve. Because if you focus on just doing the day-to-day things, eventually the outcome just happens, right? It's like, it's almost irrelevant the day that it does because you're just going to keep doing what you're doing. But anyway, so most people jump in with that in mind. They're trying to achieve a result, or they're trying to become someone else so that they can have this lifestyle that they've tried to achieve, right? When someone graduates a program, usually it's because they have finally become that person, right? They feel like they have the habits in place. They feel like they can do it with or without the guidance. And at that point, most people who stay within our program, because we've had clients that stay with us for 2 or 3 or more years, right? And the reason they stay has nothing to do with the result they're trying to achieve anymore, and everything to do with the fact that they don't have to put any attention towards their fitness and nutrition anymore, aside from, like the basic knowing what to eat kind of thing. And what I mean by that is I want you to think about how much time and attention you spend just trying to figure out what to do for your workouts, right? Now, some of you watching this may be like, well, I don't think about it at all because I go to some CrossFit or I go to a fitness class, right? Or you probably spend some amount of time or attention either trying to figure out what your workout should look like or anything like that, right? Trying to figure out what your nutrition needs to look like what does health actually mean? And we don't lack information. We don't. There's too much information out there, right? What we lack is certainty, clarity, and usually support. And what you get with the coaching program is all 3 of those, but also you get the attention back that you were giving to all of these things, right? So like a lot of people that stay with us, they value the fact that they don't have to come up with their workouts. They don't have to come up with what their macros need to look like. They don't have to come up with anything, and they just know that if they do the work, it's going to get them to their goals. So they have certainty and they have clarity around what they're supposed to do, and then they have the support, right? But that's what helps them stay. And one person asked me, I mean, I've been asked this several times actually. He's like, well, when I jump into your coaching program, is this something that I'm going to have to pay for forever? And the fact of the matter is no, but you may want to. You may want to pay for it forever because you get the attention back. You don't have to spend the attention trying to figure out what you're doing for your workouts. You don't have to try and figure out what your macros should look like. You don't have to try and figure out what your nutrition is supposed to look like. You have somebody to do all that thinking for you. And then, so it might be worth every penny. I personally have had a coach for 5 years now, and for nutrition and fitness. And I don't need one. I don't. I could come up with my own workouts. But the fact that I can just open up an app and there it is, and I didn't have to think about it, is worth every penny, right? And so that alone, to me, that's what people are paying for after they already have all the information, because we'll take you through cycles. You're going to learn how to lose weight. You're going to learn how to maintain your weight, and you're going to learn how to build muscle, and they look differently, right? But once you've gone through those phases a couple times, you have all the information you need. And what was cool about it is it's personalized and built out for you. So not only do you know how to do it, but you know how to do it for you, which is cool, right? So at a certain point, you don't need us anymore, but you may want us, right? Most people who have like a cleaning service come to their house, they don't need them. They don't. They value the fact that they don't have to do it, right? When someone gets one of those meal kits sent to them for dinner, like the HelloFresh or whatever, they don't need it, right? They value the fact that they didn't have to come up with what to make for dinner. It just showed up and they just make it, right? That's what people are paying for, is attention. They want their attention back. And some people value it more than others, but it's priceless, okay? I was talking to somebody, and most women out there, when they're trying to start a health or fitness journey, they actually go to a fitness class to start, right? And there's a couple reasons for that. One, they didn't have to come up with the workout. They just have to show up. Two is there's like a community feel, right? But usually it's the first one. It's like, well, I just have to show up and my trainer's going to tell me what to do and I don't have to think about it, right? And that value is huge. The problem with fitness classes are, like, there's 3 big problems with fitness classes. They don't focus on nutrition at all, usually. And then they're usually very cardio focused. Like, a lot of women will go to like high fitness or Zumba, or even like the cardio pump classes or the cycling, the spin classes especially. But you kind of get the idea. It's very cardio focused, right? And there's very little strength training, true strength training. There's very little true strength training involved. They might lift weights, but it's like as fast as possible, you know, and it's not focused on that. And then it's hard to track your progress because the workouts are different every time. And when you do that, and that's not a good thing. Like, I know it creates variety and you don't get bored and all that stuff, but your body, that's not how our bodies work. And in order to really build muscle, you need to put yourself into like a progressive overload state where you're adding weight or adding reps, but your body's able to adapt because you're doing the same movements over and over and over again, right? And so that's 3 big things that are wrong with fitness classes. That being said, there's exceptions to every rule. And I personally know some like boot camp instructors and like semi-private personal trainers that do a really, really good job. But in general, that's the problem that most women run into, is they go to this fitness class thinking that's going to solve all their problems. It doesn't. It's missing those 3 things. So within a one-on-one coaching program, not only do we provide everything that I just went over and save your attention, but you're actually going to get the results that you want. So hopefully this is valuable, but that's the true value of coaching, is you get your attention back and you don't have to try and figure it out. Like, I can't tell you how many times people have told me that they spend 20 minutes just searching on YouTube trying to find a workout before they can even get their workout in, right? So it's a lot easier when someone just does the thinking for you. So anyway, I hope this is valuable. Hopefully this worked, because I thought it was kind of a cool way to do it. If you watch this and it was valuable, give me a #value, and I will chat with you all later.